Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, we want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutations to you, I can pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. Today is just going to be a lesson basically about a weird dream that I had the other night. And I really don't always remember my dreams, but this dream I remembered. It kind of woke me up because it was just strange that I had a dream about a guy that used to be my best friend way back in the day, man. Back when I was in the world, back when I didn't know anything about the truth. I knew this guy basically since like first grade, you know. And it wasn't just him, but he was in it. And it was other people I knew growing up. And they were all like mad at me, man. It was just weird. They was all mad at me. And Spirit was like, oh, they're mad at you because you're not in the same boat with them anymore. You know, basically, when I came into this knowledge, I came into this truth, a lot of things happened. You know, I had lost my mom. You know, I had lost a seed. Girl had, you know, had did a stillbirth. There was a whole lot of things that happened to me coming into this knowledge, which I know happened to a lot of other brothers. So I'm basically going to tell this dream and this story basically for, you never know who's watching these videos. And sometimes it could be someone newer to the faith, understanding this word and what it means when you really put your foot forward to walk this walk, right? This walk of faith in true truth, man. All right. You're going to lose things. You're going to end friendships. You might fall on hard times. You might have money troubles. A lot of things can come at you in a fast period of time when you first come into this truth. Right? So that's what this is going to be about. So let's jump into the book of 1 Peter 4:12, then I'm going to jump up. This is 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Meaning, you know, you come into this truth, you deal with things that you might not have dealt with in the world. But going back to the dream with the friend or whatever, they were all mad and they didn't want to talk to me or whatever. It was just weird. Because I don't really think about these people on a daily basis, but in the back subconscious of my mind, or the Spirit put this in my head to talk about now, is that when you're in this dream, when you're in this truth, you got to cut things off regardless of how much you might have loved them. Like I said, this was a guy I knew since first grade all the way up to my mid to late 20s, right? That I knew this guy, man. So we've been through a lot of things, you know, in life together. But when you walk into this truth and the Spirit is truly on you, you feel out of place living the way that you once did. The truth and the Spirit convicts you, man, because you know better. You know, you try to tell people, you try to tell your friends, but they're in ignorance. And if the Spirit is not working with them or the Lord didn't choose them, they're not going to get it anyway. So let me jump up. It's 1 Peter 4:1. For as much as Yahweh Shai have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin, that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of man. And that's exactly, you know, the type of spirit, you know, we were in when we were in the world, man. You know, living to the flesh, the lust of man, doing whatever. All right. Because 100% the type of guy I was in the world to the type of guy I am now is a 360-degree difference, man. Right. And people just don't believe sometimes it is genuine. They scoff at it, especially you might have brothers and sisters that knew you growing up, but now you 100% difference. They really don't understand it. But if the word is truly in you, you can't help but to change, man. All right. You can't help but to change. You can't help but to put on that new man, that new garment. All right. Let's keep reading. It says, for in the times past of our life it may have sufficed us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. And another situation happened. This was about at least 3 weeks ago. My son was at a sporting event, and I had happened to get off work early to check it out, and I seen about 3 guys that I knew from high school, man, and they were in shock. They was in awe. All right, where have you been? What you been up to? Where all this, all that, and I could see them sitting next to each other, looking at me like, man, where this guy been at? I heard about how he he stopped talking to the one guy, like I started off this video with, that was, the best friend, whispering, thinking this, thinking that. But, I really didn't give a fuck. It is what it is. It's funny that the Spirit had all those guys there. But this is this scripture that I'm just reading right here, 1 Peter 4:4, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. You order your life differently than these people that are still stuck in this world. All right. And a lot of them have a problem with that, because you have evidently changed and they're still the same. All right. So that's just something, I want to touch on. But I'll bring up a couple more scriptures, and that'll be it. Let's go into the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, wisdom exalteth her children, and layeth hold of them that seek her. He that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and whosoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. Right? So we are truly blessed in this knowledge and this truth, even though we go through hardship, we go through tough times. Right? This thing is not going to be a cakewalk. We are blessed with faith. We are blessed with steadfastness. We are blessed with the brotherhood. We are blessed with many things. Being in the comfort of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. I'll say it like that. All right. So being in this wisdom, being in this knowledge has blessed us with many things. But it is a sacrifice, That dream was like, it was like a weird dream. You could have missed that, missed this, or missed that. But ultimately, I didn't miss anything, because I got the true prize sitting in front of my face, which is this wisdom and this faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's what you got to understand. Despite the setbacks, despite the tough times that we go through, if we have the Lord at the end of the day, hey, we're still winning. It says, they that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doeth love. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations. Right? And he that attendeth on her shall dwell securely. So ultimately, we're going to have the last laugh, and you got to really understand that. You got to really believe that. I always remember the Apostle Rakah tells a story about, I believe it was 2001, how all these guys out of One West fell out, and they were so adamant. I wasted my life in this, thinking that if the Lord was going to come back on a specific date, and it didn't happen. And these guys were so butthurt about it that basically it shows that they never really believed in the first place, man. And time is the great, as they say, time is a great equalizer, man. A lot of guys get weak in the knees the longer this thing goes on, man. All right? Because the Lord is not coming on their time. Where was I at? Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 16. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him. Going back to the story I know I might be a little bit all over the place. Going back to the original story, when I first came into that, I would be in different situations, not eating certain foods, not wanting to be out in the clubs and bars like I used to be, not wanting to partake in different things, right? And the Spirit walked with me through those crooked ways, man. I always tell a story, man. And it's funny looking back on it. I had I think I had like two full packages of pork chops sitting in the freezer, man. And I had first heard the word, and I remember hearing the word, camp was called Man Up Jacob, which is now GMS Dallas. And they were doing a lesson out on JFK, where JFK basically was assassinated. It was some spot in Dallas they were at, but this is still in my brain. And they were going into the script. I'm like, I didn't even have a Bible at the time. And I was like, what scripture is that? What are they reading out of? So I had to take at this point my girl's Bible, started flipping to the pages they were quoting. They said, oh man, this is the Bible. And I had got to the point of eating pork. And I was like, man, I just bought those pork chops. Like, man, we'll use them up, but after that, I'm not gonna buy any more. So I think back on things like that, man. That the Spirit still dealt with me through that type of folly. But this was me brand new, coming in, not knowing what's really going on. But anyway, let me read this again. Ecclesiastes 4:17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then she will return the straight way unto him, and comfort him, and show him her secrets. Right? So the Lord is dealing with them that shows faith and steadfastness to his word, man. Going through those fiery trials and still showing up. And that's how you get the secrets. You get the understanding, man. All right. It doesn't come all the way at once. You go through different, trial and errors. You go through the studying. You go through having the Lord sup with you and build you up in the Spirit, and through understanding of various brothers throughout the brotherhood, that you become more and more polished, and you're able to what? You're able to go out and feed the sheep, right? Go out and do the work. Go out and have your hands in the ministry. And that's how he gives you those secrets, man. Right? This is Psalms real quick. Psalms 25:14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. So ultimately, when I came into this word, my fear grew stronger and stronger of the Lord, knowing what he could do, man. Knowing the judgments that were to come, right? And also the judgments that the Lord was doing in here and now, man. All right. So that fear is a big thing. It's a big driver, man. Scripture said, through fear we persuade man. All right. Because last video I did, it was a lady scoffing about Jacob's trouble, how it wasn't going to come. But that's someone that doesn't have the fear of the Lord in them, man. The scriptures specifically says what's going to happen, and I believe it. All right. And that's a big motivator, man. To really believe that the Lord is a man of his word, and he's going to fulfill these prophecies, fulfill these promises. But that's the point. I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom the next time.